touch quite a lot, like to a point where we're genuinely friends now. It's not like once a year he'll be like, hey man, good race. So yeah, it's fun.
You came out of last year's Drive to Survive, but also the year before, and you're kind of now maybe second to Lewis Hamilton in the most known Formula One driver on the planet. Do you think, okay, right, hello everybody, new faces, join here?
Ultimately, like, yes, I'm being in the limelight, but it's really just sharing the sport with a bigger audience, and something I've loved my whole life. So I'm just like trying to just get more people interested in it and get them behind it.
I get it. And one of the other things you're doing in LA is you're turned TV executive. So I'll have a think. I'll have a think about whether I can come up with some ideas for you. But let's talk about the season. In amongst all of the Drive to Survive and everything like that, you're still trying to get what you want out of this McLaren.
Yeah, we've kind of just been a little bit up and down. Ultimately, like we're now in a fight for fourth in the championship, and that's something that's now our target to maintain fourth. So it's not over yet, of course, but yeah, it hasn't been the first 6 months we wanted.
Daniel Ricardo, big disappointment for him and the many Ricardo fans here in Miami. He's only 14th fastest.
Last year, I believe it was the brakes. You like to just put it on the brakes. There we go. And then tell me if I'm wrong.
I like that.
And is it the brakes again? I mean, specifically, I'm quite interested.
The car is really connected to you. Like you're strapped in, like it's part of you. Yeah. And you need it to be part of you. Like every kind of movement you do, the car needs to move with you. And at times, at least for me, the feeling I'm trying to chase is not always like that. It's not always connected. And so it won't respond maybe in sync with me. And then there's a little bit of perhaps uncertainty of what's going to happen next.
So I understand.
It's like, I don't dance, but trying to dance with a partner. And if you aren't in sync, then you aren't dancing. You can't dance. So it's...
You still feel like you can turn it around?
I feel we're getting closer to it, you know, and I feel like we come out of every weekend, whether it's good or bad weekends, and we're like, okay, this now makes more sense.
Yeah. But your passion, your enthusiasm for F1 is undimmed.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's.
What was the deal with the Instagram story? What did you want to put out with that?
I know what I've got. I know my future. I know my contract. People obviously create questions and their own answers. So it was just setting it straight. Also, people that support me is like letting them know that still means a lot to me. Like those bad days are sometimes the best days because it ignites that fire. And it's like, okay, I get that feeling in my gut, and I'm like, okay, this still means a lot.
The image of Monza hangs around constantly, and if the cards fall correctly for you, no one's going to beat you on your day.
Give me a winning car and I'll win. Yeah. Like I don't feel I've ever left a win on the table. But that's the challenge that lies ahead of us, you know, with myself and with the team at McLaren. It's like, let's figure this out. Like I want to take on this challenge with you. Let's figure it out, because you give me this and I'll give you this in return. You know, and that's the confidence I have in myself, and that's ultimately why I still wake up wanting to do it.
Well, listen, I've been thinking during the interview of some titles, some ideas for your executive producing role of television. Drive to Arrive. You have to drive places and see if you can beat the sat-nav time of arrival. Drive to Hive, something about bees, which I haven't really figured out.
Must be like honey badger.
Yeah,
bees,
maybe.
Honey, maybe.
Yeah. Stoffel Van Dorn's World of Wonder. We actually did that. We did that. Well, he's just obviously everything is fascinating to him. Lights Out and Away We Mow. It's a gardening show. Pasta with Pasta. It's when you travel the length and breadth of Italy to artisan pasta manufacturers with pasta Maldonado. You don't like any of them then?
No,
Not really.
Maybe I should brush up on my English. I don't actually understand what that meant.
Monkey tennis?
You've lost me at hello, Ted.
Okay, all right. All right, listen, thanks a lot.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.